Greetings and salutations, my name's Kartosael and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are playing as the Beacon of Ingenuity. And we're starting to get surrounded a little bit by all these different races. One of them likes us, the other three don't, if I recall correctly. I'm not quite sure if you are kind towards us. Oh, you are actually. Well, more or less. If you weren't charismatic, then no. And they are wary towards us. Which isn't really helpful, to be honest. Could I... You wouldn't, because you are wary. I would have to make them like me more. I could do that with just giving you a research agreement, but... or giving them a gift. I do have a lot of energy credits. Just how much would that really help though? Let's say go 500. Up it by 14. I don't know if that's enough. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, last we left off, we found the home world of the First League, Van Habanis, and got a whopping amount of unity from it, which allowed us to unlock dynamic ecomorphism, which just increases our habitability, and alien tourism, which allows us to build visitor centers, which I believe I have done on the Pillar of the Moon. Somewhere. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, I'm doing that right now. There we go. And what about this? I'll also start running the time. I can upgrade this. No, I need 10 population for that. I stop the time again because there's something over there. So I need to unlock something with energy and plump a visitor center on that. Probably be a good thing to do. Let's do it. Steps to the Stars is also starting to develop quite nicely. We are upgrading our thingamajig. Yeah, technical term. And we are building a gene clinic, which for some reason we did not yet have. Should probably also build a mine here. There we go. It will really increase our minerals. Right now, it's just increased by a lot of factors, but the mine will produce an additional, I paused it for that reason, an additional 2, and this has an adjacency bonus of +1, so this immediately gives +3 minerals, which is really nice. Well, yeah, you better like it. Receptive, look at that. Form non-aggression pact. Should accept it. Indeed they did. Which will start ticking up trust. You could even form a defensive pact, but that might be a bit much. Then again, we do have a common enemy. Let's see if you are willing to do a trade deal. Yeah, you would. Would you pay for that?
Cracked our comms protocols. Show-offs.
Oh, you would pay for that. I mean, you already like me, so... Oh, I should have done it in more than 10 years, oh well. We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that called themselves the Uri Confederacy. You suck. Xenophobe. Egalitarian. Bother that. I speak on behalf of the Uri Confederacy. We are a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens in a galaxy full of alien horrors. Our elected leader, President Kauni, wants you not to interact with our citizens or approach our space. You must throw away your old ways, Uritonians. But seriously. They accept it. Nice. just for some reason, every time I choose a friendly civilization, empire, whatever you want to call it, I'm surrounded by idiots who want to kill me. And whenever I choose a very hostile empire, I am surrounded by guys who want to form a federation. So once I attack one of them, they're all bunching up together. It seems to be a recurring theme in my playthroughs, both on and off screen.
Research concluded.
By the way, all these blinky things were those creatures we had to gather for our research. In fact, how about you? Oh, you know, you're my construction ship. How long do we still have? Oh, 180 days. I hope it's on time. Should really learn to, like, remove those. Naval capacity, which is... it's okay. Plus 10 years is nice. Uplift... we don't really have anything we could uplift. Plus 10 years is nice though. I will take that. Traditions available. We are now able to form a federation. Yes.
Tile blocker cleared.
Whether or not that is the smart thing to do right away, probably not. System surveyed. Where? And that one. Really isn't all that much, you know. You should probably help out with the projects. Yeah. Alright, it was blocked off by pirates. Bloody pirates. More pirates. So many pirates, really. How far away are you? Pretty far still. We might not make it in time, which would be a really big pity. And there's 3 science here I do not currently own. After you've done that, you are going to build me a science station. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that, this planet's actually full. Oh, okay. You not so much. Right, could we have a migration treaty with you? Honor-bound warriors. Of course. Well, opinions just ticking up. Because a trade deal it will go down pretty quick, but our trust will build up, so... well... would you consider... no... you want...
Construction project concluded.
wars of aggression? So I'm surrounded by guys who just don't want to be friends, really. Yeah, that's basically what's going on. Of course I am. Of course. There we go, more Unity production. I love it. We should probably, yeah, I know. We could upgrade our science stations, I guess. Probably should, because physics is really lagging behind. So at least a few of those stations should be upgraded. Mustn't squander all our resources right away. Still annoyed by just lack of
research concluded.
Minerals here. Hyperdrive 2, nice. I'll wait with upgrading our ships because we're also researching. I'll wait even a little bit longer because we want those for sure. Cold fusion power. Shouldn't you already be able to upgrade? Yes, you. No, you can't. You already did.
Research concluded.
Special project failed. Oh. Seriously, just You were on your way. You were almost there. If we hadn't tarried, we would have managed. Well, it's what I did myself. So, we should probably get this because it's cheap. Which means we should probably have had it long
Special
ago.
project concluded.
Excellent. Gulantha herd secured. Gulanthas are large, flat herbivores that have evolved internal gas pockets, enabling them to hover a few centimeters above the ground. They move about in herds consisting of a few dozen animals, grazing on the moss and lichen that can be found on the windswept plains of Saturn III. They are ruthlessly hunted by the planet's apex predators, and our biologists on the ISS Thrumdakar estimate only a few hundred Gulantha herds remain. One of these, consisting of 9 animals, has been successfully collected and will be brought back to the Pier of the Moon. Excellent, one specimen and 250 society research. I like this. Right, we have quite a few minerals actually. Should probably consider spending that on our fleet. We have, yeah, we could do with like 2 Pisras. Sure.
Construction project concluded.
Okay. You have a vacant visitor center.
System survey concluded. Horizons expanded.
Don't really have anything I want to put there in its stead. Because the science center is also really important. I lost a game of Pamra where I was devouring Swarm. I basically lost because my science wasn't good enough. It was good enough to subdue the entire universe because it just had lots more ships than anyone else did. But it wasn't good enough to fend off the endgame crisis. Instead, the endgame crisis fended off me. Yeah, that was a pity. Do you have a visitor center? No. You will soon. There we go. You're still building. Well, that's fine. And you are building a population unit, which is also fine. You are expanding, which is, again, fine. We should probably look to increase our output in everything. You are in a really poor position, by the way. Alright, there weren't that many good positions to begin with.
Anomalous readings registered.
So I'm going to clear that, build a mine and a droid right on top of that. A class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. The small planetoid's orbit appears far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Research it. Lots of natural asteroids in this universe. Let's see. Alright, you're observing this. You are currently in the Renaissance age. I'm pretty sure that's not where you started. Once they get like to the atomic age, I'll start with the technological enlightenment. That way we've basically milked them dry of the science we can get, and that way we could get a protectorate, which I don't entirely know for certain what it does, but it sounds good. Okay. I'm salty. Was a way to see if my curator thing was still active. Apparently there's not an easy way, or it's not active. It appears to be inactive. So let's go talk to the curators. Hello, you here streaming things. Can you aid us in our research? 1,000 credits, yeah, I'll do it. Awesome. Now, does it? Yeah, it does tell right over here. Good. For the future, I know where to look. Curator Insight. More science. More of the time. So we have our first physics lab.
Special
Nice.
project concluded.
Snirrans are large burrowing creatures that live beneath the dunes of the vast equatorial deserts on Cetras 1A. When these predators sense movement in the sand above, they immediately raise dozens of tall spikes from their backs in the hope of impaling something edible. Ouch! Finding a suitable specimen proved difficult at first, until hundreds of tracked remote-controlled drones were dispatched across the desert in random directions. This led to the discovery and procurement of an unusually large specimen that had grown more than 100 spikes on its back. Awesome, more society research. And an idle ship. Well, there's more. Project has already been researched. Okay. Towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Ophelia 4. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on its surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. More engineering. That's okay if I ever expand in this direction. Oh, these are green now because my habitability increased. None of them seem like really appealing. It would vastly expand my empire though. This world was somewhat appealing because of the energy credits. It does have -5 happiness and plus 20% energy credits and plus 20% food. And of course, the majority of the plant is minerals, because that's neither of those two. But that would actually be worthwhile to basically replace it, because 20% energy credits is a lot. So that might be worthwhile. Mining network 2. Ooh, unlocking the cruiser, but that's a lot of science points. Never really care about these. Mineral processing plants. Yes, we need those. Those are like the energy nexus,
Tile
but
blocker
for
clear.
minerals. Speaking of space boats, do I have more than one? I do have more than one. Look at that. Let's actually build another one.
Research concluded.
Excellent. Chemical bliss again.
Concluded.
Not really what we want. Biolab. I suppose we go for another core sector just to get it out of our system.
Anomaly found.
Oh, anomaly. This toxic and lifeless world appears to have once been inhabited by a moderately advanced pre-space civilization. The ruins of the cities are still strewn across the surface. Research it. Bit of the moon finished its surface. Construction curious, so why are you showing me the spaceport? Right, you have upgraded. We now have a couple
Construction
of
project concluded.
physics labs. And you are done as well, which allows me to build a mining network as well as a dwarf bot. There we go. That's expensive, but it will give a lot of resources.
Construction project concluded.
Ah, you finished your aggro bot, I believe.
Special project concluded.
Looks like it. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Good, that leaves us with a good amount of food. Tire Black secured. After an extensive search of the seabed on Raman 1A using a small fleet of mini submarines, the crew of the ISS Trumdakar finally managed to corner the elusive target of their search, a live Tarbalak. The shimmering creature, which defends itself by emitting faint psionic signals that produce a sense of dread in most mechanics, was brought aboard the science ship in a special water tank simulating its natural environment. The crew members on the ISS Trumdakar that came in direct contact with the Tarbalak will require extensive therapy, but the mission has been a success. Wow. I guess that's good. I don't know. Oh wait, you're all the way up there. I'd rather have you continue surveying. Runaway greenhouse effect. There is evidence that the current climate of VD1A is the cause of a runaway greenhouse effect triggered by massive amounts of pollution. The oceans have boiled away and the moon is permanently enclosed in a dense cloud layer due to the thick atmosphere. Oh wow. Scattered ruins from the indigenous civilization can still be found on the surface, suggesting an overpopulated culture that perished in the mid to late stages of the industrial age. What a waste. Well, at least it's clear what the stances of the makers of this game on the greenhouse stuff. Let's build a mining network and a dwarf bot.
Research concluded.
Excellent. Mineral processing plants, yes please. Ooh, what's this then? Explosive weapon damage plus 15%. Ship hull points plus 10%.
Registered.
Another robot modification points, as much as I like that, that's expensive. Torpedoes, again nice, but expensive. I'd rather go with one of these. And I think I'll go with the ship hull points, because all my ships will have advantage of that, whereas my weapons are mixed. So, anomaly. We are receiving a weak signal from the surface of this planet. The source appears to be some kind of tracking beacon. Research it. Despite recent skill improvements owing to accumulated experience, Chief Explorer Torba seems to be pushing the limits of his abilities. Torba Keldy now has the Arrested Development trait. Oh bollocks. That means it will never ever level up again. Which is especially a pity, because he is in max level. Age 69. You are actually migrating? Interesting. Huh. Oh, I didn't make him sedentary, did I?
Construction project
No.
concluded.
That would explain. You're grading to Temple of the Sun. Failure! Of course you failed. At least it wasn't a critical
Construction project concluded.
failure. Well, if he's migrating here, I should probably make sure there's something he can migrate to. I don't really want to replace science with anything, really. I think it's time to clear this guy. And I built the research station. Good, good. Orinthi secured. The small rodent-like creatures, known as Orinthi, are native to TRAPPIST-5, where their habitat extends across most of the planet's diverse climatic regions. They breed at an extremely rapid rate and seem to have a particular fondness for chewing on electrical cables. Of course they do. Procuring specimens was not a problem. In fact, after the initial creatures were collected, more of them made their way into the ISS to embark on by hitching rides on the science ship's orbital shuttles. Exactly why the Museum of Exobiology requested Orinthi specimens remains a mystery. Seems fair enough. Right. Let's look at... Ooh, science. I'm all for the science.
Research concluded.
This is just out of reach because that's a 3 science. Core sector assistance +1. Yay! Fleet Academy is nice, actually. Let's go with that. Back to the volcano. I'm curious how we actually clear those.
Cleared.
Whatever. Energy grid. It will increase the percentage. It won't produce as much energy as a power plant. But the 10% increase will really help with this guy.
System survey concluded. Horizons expanded.
Great.
Construction project concluded.
You did? Alright, you did. Now you are actually waiting for this guy to be built, which takes a very long time. Should probably also build a science lab here. Yeah, he's already working there, so Might as well. You really are migrating. Yeah, you are.
System survey concluded.
I'll make sure that
Another
someone
day,
stays on that
another
research.
scientific breakthrough.
Yeah, I know. Soon enough, someone will repopulate over there. Nice. We have revealed a resource. Defense stations, in and on themselves, not necessarily the most important thing. But we do want them because they eventually unlock a certain tradition, unity thing, ascension. Berg, yes. However, building build speed. Yes. Right now, they're not as quick as I would like them to be. Right, this is also a nice system, by the way. Very good for science. We are still researching the reactors, right? Yeah. What grants do I have currently? Physics. Oh, okay. That's exactly what I wanted it to be.
Project concluded.
Lawrence secured. The crew of the ISS Crwban has managed to collect a small group of Lawrence from the icy surface of TRAPPIST-6. These white furry omnivores wrap themselves into tight balls and roll across the planet's snowfields at astonishing speeds. One animal was clocked at over 80 kilometers per hour. This aided in their detection since the passage of the rolling forms kicked up huge plumes of swirling snow. I can speak without slurring snow. Well, you know. Never mind.
Construction project concluded.
You had a construction queue? Alright, you built this guy. And he moved right over here. Amazing. Research immigrants, happiness plus 10%. And this has been pumped to over 15 energy, so that's a nice boost. Should probably get more energy in bank. Various reasons. Do I have the economic? Yeah, they want a lot of money. They want prosperity. I probably should get prosperity soon. Makes sense. Communications established. We are receiving a transmission from the independent space station of the Artisan Troop. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Interesting. A visitor, this is joyous occasion indeed. Oh, forgive my manners. I believe introductions are in order. We are the Artisan Troop. Our members have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of art, music, culture, and all other things which makes existence bearable to a sapient being. Please, if you would like to share the wonder of our creations, do not hesitate to contact us. Well then, let us contact you and see what you could offer. We want to commission art piece. We want to become your patron. Tell us more about your troop. Greetings, Torbakeldi. I, Rizom of White, headmaster of the Artisan Troop, greet you. What can we do for you? Perhaps produce a work of art for you to enjoy? Maybe you wish to sponsor our enclave's creation of otherworldly beauty. Organize a festival? Oh, nice. Tell us more about your troop. We are the Artisan Troop. The troop consists of several stations inhabited by creatives from many worlds, all unified in desire to create new beauty in these safe havens. They bring their ideas and methods from all around the galaxy, and together we will find the ultimate expression of the self. We provide many services to those who wish to enjoy art. If you help sponsor our work, we might even be willing to organize larger events for your people. And, oh my word, that is very expensive. It's also very nice. For 1500 credits I can build a art monument somewhere, which increases our unity by 8 and migration attraction by 50%. And what does patronage mean? 10-year program for 1000 energy credits, monthly unity plus 10%. It's all very nice, and that means I really need to up my energy production. One of the small moonlets orbiting this gas giant has been identified as a promising mining site. A more thorough survey will have to be conducted to determine whether a mining operation will be feasible or not. By all means. One of those things I could do is build solar panels on all of my spaceports. That will increase the energy production quite significantly. as soon as this pop grows, we'll also have an increase in energy, so that's nice. I have droids now. Am I able to build like colony ships? Droids? Can I? Just out of curiosity. I can. Oh, joyous news. This planet would have to be colonized with droids, which don't really produce energy. So, now I see the time has already ticked past the 30 minutes. So this is where we'll leave the episode. Nothing too big really happened, to be honest. But, you know, lots of little things. Lots of little things. So thank you all very much for watching. And I do hope to see you again next time.